So then the next theory is, okay, well, maybe it's Nancy was harmed and so her body needed to be removed from the scene. Or other people are saying, well, maybe she pulled down the mask or pulled off the mask of whoever was robbing her and recognized this person. Maybe she's like, this is my housekeeper's son that I met once, you know? And I'm just saying housekeeper because it seems like the term that everyone is using. It could be a caretaker, though it's not verified that she had a live-in caretaker or a regular caretaker. It could be the pool guy. I'm just saying it could just be someone, right, that has access to her home. But another thing is, if this is a robbery gone wrong, and these people have probably been scoping out her schedule and her routine in her house, why not just target the house when she was gone for so many hours at her daughter's house, just previously that night? So then there was some people arguing, well, no, because it was bright outside, so if they broke into the house when it's bright, there's more of a chance that people would see them. But Nancy didn't get back home until like 9:50 p.m. There's still a few hours of darkness that they could have gone in.
Yeah.
And another thing is, why is the backpack so damn full? If you're committing a robbery and you're trying to take valuables, would you bring a full backpack?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
There are some people saying maybe the backpack is full of duffel bags that are empty, that you undo and then you fill it with valuables. Other people are saying maybe it could contain something darker like a tarp, because Nancy's blood does stop in the front porch area. So it's not like a trail of blood that leads to a vehicle. Now, another thing with the blood, though, is that a lot of people have been commenting, when you're 84, you can bleed very easily. If you grab someone's wrist at 84 and yank it, their skin is really thin. So that could be the blood. It doesn't necessarily mean that some big traumatic event had happened. It's just, I mean, there's questions and no answers. I know you look confused and I don't have answers. No one has answers. It's just question after question. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe this theory is ruled out, but then it just leads to 10 more questions. So now the question is, did Rio Rico Man know someone who knew the Guthries and knew that Nancy lived alone and likely had valuables? Could he be the one in the doorbell footage? Which, side note about this doorbell footage, they did not have this footage for a very long time in the investigation. It's not like Nancy goes missing and this is the first thing that's released. When police get to the scene, Nancy's doorbell camera was ripped off. I believe to this day it has yet to be recovered. Additionally, Nancy did not have a Google Nest subscription. So she could view the front door camera live, but it did not save and log the video. It would write over itself.
So how did they get the footage?
They had to reach out to Google Nest and see if Google would somehow get that footage. And side note, it is believed that the FBI had a lot of pull in this. And the sheriff has talked about how they were pleading with Google. And I mean, the last case that we talked about, the Krug family case, these tech companies do not like to give out information of their customers unless they're really like their hand is on the stove. And it's very interesting because a lot of people have a lot of feelings about this. The fact that the FBI could get Google to do this, I think there is a lot of resentment of why don't you do this in most cases then? Because if you can do it, think of all the cases that could have been solved.
But then that also comes into the when is your camera private, right? FBI can come in and pull the footage.
Yeah. But I think the sentiment is more so, I think as the investigation goes on further and the news coverage stays strong, which I think it's good that it is staying strong because I think it'll probably help bring Nancy home sooner. I think there is some resentment that a lot of people feel that their missing loved ones did not get any attention, did not get these types of resources.